the eldest son of Princess Caroline, who, like her, survived a rebellious youth, has been married to heiress and fashion designer Tatiana Santo Domingo for 11 years. Andrea Casiraghi, the eldest son of Stefano Casiraghi and Princess Caroline of Monaco, was only 6 years old when he lost his father. This tragic event occurred on October 3, 1990, when the Italian businessman participated in races in Monte Carlo Bay, specifically in the second stage of the Offshore World Championship, of which he was the reigning champion. This tragedy left a deep mark on Andrea's youth, a sensitive person who required psychological help. According to his grandmother, he often wore his father's clothes to remember him. He and his younger siblings, Charlotte and Pierre, grew up with their mother between Monaco and Roc-Agel, the Grimaldis' countryside home in the Maritime Alps. In the 1990s, Caroline juggled raising her children with official duties and romantic relationships with French actor Vincent Lindon, with whom she lived for some time on an old farm in Saint-Rémy-de-Provence, France. Later, she fell in love with Ernst August of Hanover, Duke of Brunswick and Lüneburg, who at the time was engaged to one of her best friends. The couple married in 1999, and 7 months after the wedding, their only daughter, Alexandra of Hanover, was born. After several years of schooling in Saint-Rémy, Andrea attended the International School of Paris, a prestigious private institution with English language instruction. He then enrolled at the American University of Paris, where he earned a degree in visual arts and international politics. He also spent some time in Madrid, where he obtained a master's degree from the Business Institute. However, this was not his only connection to Spain. The prince often spent summers in Ibiza, where locals sometimes saw him in high spirits. In the same rebellious spirit, in 2011, Andrea was detained by French police for driving at a speed of 200 kilometers per hour in his sports car. The police revoked his driver's license and confiscated the car. In reality, Andrea was a hippie major with a rebellious heart who never found joy in being scrutinized and required to adhere to decorum solely because of his prince status. It is said that before his death in 2005, his grandfather Rainier of Monaco opposed abdicating in favor of his son Albert, who was not yet married at the time, and even seriously considered making his eldest grandson his successor, as he was not convinced that Albert was capable of ruling the principality. Even as a teenager, Andrea had a romance with German aristocrat Caroline von Stauffenberg. In 2012, 3 years after his mother's breakup with Ernst, he announced his engagement to one of his sister Charlotte's friends, heiress and fashion designer Tatiana Santo Domingo. The couple married in a civil ceremony in August 2013, followed by a religious ceremony in 2014 in Gstaad, Switzerland. Many consider Tatiana to be Caroline's favorite daughter-in-law, who sometimes wears her designer clothes, and this is a fact, as Andrea and Tatiana have 3 children together, Sasha, India, and Maximilian, and they represent one of the most stable couples in the clan, which, however, does not mean much when it comes to the Grimaldis. Andrea's angelic appearance and consistent restraint have always attracted media attention, which has followed his life since he first appeared at the 43rd International Television Festival in Monte Carlo at the age of 19. Raised in a multilingual environment, the 40-year-old prince speaks several languages fluently: French, Italian, English, and German, and his hobbies include reading, football, horseback riding, water sports, skiing, and collecting quality clothing and Swatch watches. He has plenty of money for these hobbies, as despite lacking a profession, he is a member of one of the wealthiest royal families in Europe. In addition to inheriting a significant fortune from his father, his own wife is the granddaughter of Panamanian magnate Tulio Mario Santo Domingo and possesses a multi-million-dollar fortune. The story of Andrea Casiraghi, the eldest son of Princess Caroline and Stefano Casiraghi, is full of contrasts and vivid events. Having experienced the tragic loss of his father at a young age, He grew up surrounded by love and care, but also faced challenges that brought him difficulties and the need for psychological support. His youth was marked by rebellion and a quest for freedom, which manifested in his behavior and interests. Andrea received a quality education at prestigious European institutions and found his love in Tatiana Santo Domingo, with whom he has been married for 11 years and is raising 3 children. Despite all the trials, their union remains one of the most stable in the Grimaldi royal family. Casiraghi's life is an example of how personal tragedies and public expectations can shape a person. He remained true to his principles and interests despite the pressure of status and public attention. His multifaceted personality and diverse hobbies make him an interesting figure for both the media and the public. Andrea Casiraghi is not just a member of the royal family, but a person who has gone through many trials and found his path in life. His story shows that even in conditions of luxury and privilege, personal tragedies and internal conflicts remain an integral part of the human experience. Ultimately, Andrea found a balance between his duties and personal aspirations, staying true to himself and his family. In the grand tapestry of the Grimaldi family, Andrea stands out as a symbol of resilience and individuality. His journey from a grief-stricken child to a loving husband and father, while maintaining his unique identity, is a testament to his strength of character. Despite the shadows of his past and the weight of royal expectations, Andrea has carved out a life that reflects his true self, embracing both his heritage and his personal passions. As he continues to navigate his roles within the royal family and his personal life, Andrea remains a figure of fascination and admiration. His ability to blend the responsibilities of royalty with his own desires and interests serves as an inspiration to many. Andrea Casiraghi's story is a reminder that even those born into privilege face their own set of challenges, and that finding one's own path is a journey worth undertaking, regardless of the obstacles. Dear viewers, thank you for joining us and watching this video about the life of Andrea Casiraghi. The story of this remarkable individual shows that even in the midst of luxury and privilege, life can be full of trials and personal tragedies. Andrea Casiraghi is an example of how one can stay true to oneself and one's principles despite public pressure and expectations. His journey from a boy who lost his father to a loving husband and father is both inspiring and admirable. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest content. Share your thoughts in the comments. We would love to hear from you. Thank you for your attention and see you soon on our channel. Take care of yourselves and your loved ones.